farthest western reaches of Nova Scotia, daylight begins to break through the fog. At this hour on Brier Island, the only people awake are the fishermen and Lance Laviolette, who's also up early to put out his nets. But way out here on an island in the middle of the Bay of Fundy, why would Lance be setting up nets in the woods?
And there you go. Now we just wait, just like a fisherman.
We are deeply connected to nature. From old forests to rugged coastlines, the tiniest wonders and vast open spaces. It's where we come from and what we share with all living things. It's time to rediscover the wild. Brier Island is a stunning sanctuary where rugged shores are shaped by the thundering Bay of Fundy. This remarkable haven supports an astoundingly rich array of wildlife, captivating visitors who come to explore its breathtaking landscapes and powerful tides. Whether kayaking along the coast with whales or hiking its winding trails, the island enchants all who venture here. But there's a hidden rhythm to this place, a silent call that brings dedicated volunteers here year after year. Scarcely heard beneath the sound of crashing waves, there's something very special whispering in these woods.
Oh, there they are. Oh my gosh, it's like a little village in here.
Yeah, R2.
Hello.
Hi, Zoe.
Hi.
Welcome to Brier Island Bird Migration Research Station.
Oh, thank you for having me. This is an amazing setup you have here.
Thank you. 17.3 is the weight. My name is Lance Laviolette. I'm a retired software engineer. Here on Brier Island, I run the Brier Island Bird Migration Research Station. We've been going since 1976, which is 48 years now.
Lance, have you actually got a bird in the bag?
I do. It's right here.
Oh my goodness.
Band size 0A.
Oh, how sweet. So what exactly are you doing with it?
Well, right now I'm getting a band ready to put on its leg. I've identified what species it is so we can band it. So there you go. You can see the band on the leg now. See?
Oh my goodness, yep.
Right? Each band has a unique number. Bird banding can be used for many things. You can determine areas where they concentrate when they're on migration, important areas for conservation. And what we're most interested in now is population monitoring. Not surprisingly, over 40 years, we've seen a decline overall in the number of birds we're catching. So it's quite substantial. You're talking 30 to 40% reduction. The goal of banding year after year is to accumulate a large data set, and so that you can look at long-term trends. With 40 plus years of data, we have good knowledge and good data to show us what trends are for certain species. This year we've caught a yellow warbler, which we banded 5 years ago. So it means it's made that trip to Central America 5 times.
Isn't that incredible?
It's pretty amazing.
Now, where are the birds coming from?
Birds in North America migrate from northwest to southeast in the fall. They start to accumulate as far southeast as they can go, which for most of Canada is Nova Scotia. What happens is they just move down the coastline of the Bay of Fundy and they accumulate and keep accumulating. So it's like a funneling effect, and Brier Island's at the very end of that. This is the best spot to study migratory birds. And because of that, you see a lot of unusual species too. This island has recorded over 350 different species of birds.
These little birds aren't the only ones who gather in this forest every September. 15 passionate volunteers are here in camp, many of whom have been coming for decades.
The people involved at the station are all volunteers. That's been the case for the entire life of the station since 1976. Many of them have been here for many, many, many years. There's a few of us who've been here from almost the beginning, 40 years. There's a few who've only been here for 3 years, but they got the interest and they've been coming back and helping us out.
I can see the allure of this, working so intimately with these delicate little creatures and having such a privileged and precious connection with them. It's truly amazing.
HYU. My BFL?
Yes.
Handling birds never gets old. This is a live creature that has an amazing migration story, most of them. We're talking birds that are maybe 5 grams to 12 grams. That's all they weigh, and yet they are either overwintering in Nova Scotia with no problem in even colder places, or they're flying all the way to Central and South America. To have them in your hand, that in itself is just amazing. You just can't believe it.
Oh, look at you. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
You can touch it if you'd like.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's a first.
So there you go. A
Aren't they
very beautiful
beautiful?
bird, yeah.
And they're so small and delicate.
They are.
That must take a very, very light touch.
Would you like to hold one? I have one already banded.
If it's safe for the
It
bird,
is.
if that's okay,
It is.
I would love to.
That's
of
why we're
course.
going to show you how to properly hold it.
Okay.
So what we're going to get you to do, this is called the bander's grip, and it's a very safe way of holding a bird. You're going to get the neck of the bird and the head go between these two joints on these two fingers.
Okay.
The rest of your hand cups the bird so that it's nice and safe.
Okay.
So here you go. Tighter?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my.
With these fingers.
goodness.
There you go.
Wow.
Perfect. There you go. Now when you want to release it,
Yeah.
you'll take this hand, put the other one underneath,
Okay.
and you'll just open this hand. That's all.
Okay. And where's this one headed?
This
Upon
one is
release.
headed to Central America.
Okay. Fly safe, little one.
There you go. And he's
Be
off.
still my heart.
Off on his journey.
Is that why you do this, for that moment? Because that's pretty special.
Well,
I mean, I
He's-
know there's a lot of science stuff, but that right there.
Spending the morning with Lance has been simply delightful. But while this dedicated team is on Brier Island for its extraordinary number of birds, a half province away, another team is hoping to encounter a very, very precious few. On the south shore of Nova Scotia, this summer, Cherry Hill Beach is home to a very special little bird that's made a modest but remarkable recovery from the brink of extinction.
Cherry Hill is a nature preserve. It's honestly one of my favorite spaces in Nova Scotia. It's beautiful and pristine. It's not just a beach. We have sandy beachfront, we have cobble beach, salt marsh, intertidal zones. So it's a really unique interplay of all these different habitats that supports the local ecosystem. It's a protected area, so it's one of the very, very special treasured places in Nova Scotia that's protected for nature. It's also special because it's a nesting site for endangered piping plover, and they are a species at risk. Birds Canada, with its partners and volunteers, are working to protect the plovers nesting here.
Sue Abbott and Avery Nagy MacArthur are here today to check up on the only piping plover on this entire stretch of shoreline and his 23-day-old family of fledglings.
The beach is looking fantastic.
Yeah. Why don't we go work on extending some of the fencing towards the dunes there?
Sure, yeah, let's do it. This is where the second pair was nesting.
Yeah, they were right in front of the dune grass in just a pretty exposed, very visible spot. And I don't think the nest was active for more than like a week or two before it was
Well, that's too bad.
lost. Yeah. I'm wondering if the second pair was maybe an inexperienced pair that just
maybe.
got
They
territory
showed up a little later.
Yeah.
So should we,
Avery is the Shorebird Program's biologist with Birds Canada here in Nova Scotia. In addition to the signs, fencing, and outreach with communities and beachgoers, Avery monitors the breeding population of piping plovers along this entire coast. If there's a piping plover on any beach on the south shore of Nova Scotia, Avery has spent time trying to keep it safe from harm.
We use a multi-pronged approach. Earlier in the season, I start out by placing signage on beaches, and we place symbolic fencing, which consists of small signs and just a thin piece of orange rope that's fairly visible even on foggy days. I make a large fenced-off area around known plover nests, and that's just a symbol to the public to give the plovers lots of space and be aware of the fact that there's a nesting pair here. People can coexist peacefully with plovers on beaches. We just are asking people to give the plovers plenty of space, leash their dogs, take their litter with them, that sort of thing, so that we can all coexist together at the beach. That looks great.
yeah.
Well, why don't we grab this sign and put it farther down the beach towards the second set of fencing where the fledglings have been hanging out by the washover.
Sounds good.
I think like right here would be fine. That way
Okay.
people see it a little bit.
I always wonder how many holes I've dug over the years. A lot of holes.
Probably thousands.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, that's good. All right. Nice.
A common misconception among beachgoers is that piping plovers nest and hide in the dune grass. But they're actually nesting on the beach itself, up above the waves and wet sand, but below the dune grass. Monitoring these charismatic little birds is Avery's favorite part of the job.
Should we take a peek here?
But finding them, that's the hard part.
They are specially adapted to blend in with the dry sand. They're literally the color of dry sand. If you blink, you'll lose them. That works to their favor when they're able to nest on the dry sand in front of the dune grass.
The piping plovers have quite a secret life that most people don't know about. When they arrive on our beaches in the spring, they show up and they're looking for a place to nest. They nest in very vulnerable areas, and that for them is open, dry sand.
From the moment they hatch and dry off, the chicks are kind of on their own and they really have to fend for themselves until they're able to fly. Fledgling piping plovers really just often look like beach stones when they get to that age. If they're not foraging, they're just sitting on the beach trying to gain as much weight as possible in preparation for their first migratory flight. They could be anywhere amongst those stones.
Wow, yeah. It's really foggy.
Piping plovers can be rather elusive little birds. The Cherry Hill plover fledglings are almost ready to leave the beach and begin their first migration south. But Avery's been monitoring this family very closely, and her math says that they're still a few days away from departure. She thinks they might be just a little bit inland, closer to the salt marsh. And Avery knows this particular family of plovers quite well.
I get to look at almost every single piping plover that lives on the south shore of Nova Scotia. So to me, they all have, almost personalities and habits, quirks and behaviors favorite little nooks on the beach where they like to hang out. The male piping plover here at Cherry Hill has nested at this beach for at least 3 consecutive years in a row. It's been really wonderful to watch his successes over the past few years. He's a very excellent papa. He doesn't hesitate to chase other shorebirds or crows or gulls away from his chicks. I think I've got one of the fledglings in the open patch of dry sand there.
Oh, great.
And I see the male standing on a rock.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's great.
Patience is a virtue when trying to spot a tiny bird on a vast expanse of beach. But after some time, Papa and his fledglings finally present themselves.
Fledglings look so big this time of the year, just like almost the full size of the adult, and they've lost all their fuzzy.
Yeah, they're looking awesome.
They're 23 days old today, and they're almost ready to fly.
Yeah, starting to practice moving those wings a little bit. No mom, though. She's started her migration probably.
Yeah, probably moved on already.
Yep, which is good. That's what she needs to do.
Sue Abbott has been fighting for the piping plovers with Birds Canada and countless volunteers and partners for 18 years. This year, they have something to celebrate.
Our goal for the population recovery is 60 pairs in Nova Scotia. And last year, we had 66 pairs, and that was the first time in over 30 years. So that was a really exciting milestone for us.
We and piping plovers all live in the shifting landscape of climate change. 66 pairs might not sound like a lot, but piping plovers are habitat specialists. They really require this special thin band of habitat that hugs our coastline.
Keeping these spaces safe for nature is so important. We want to make sure that we're taking care of beaches to keep them as healthy as possible so that we have species at risk like piping plover, we have other wildlife, and we can all enjoy those spaces as long as possible.
My time on Brier Island has been nothing short of incredible. And being welcomed by Lance LaViolette and the volunteers of the Brier Island Bird Migration Research Team has truly been a gift. Lance's wife, Andre, is an ornithologist and has been, alongside Lance, an integral member of this team since the very beginning, and has mentored nearly all of the volunteers over the decades. She's taken me under her wing to give me a little lesson in the highly complex field of bird identification.
Warblers in the summer are quite colorful, as you can see in these pages. They're really quite colorful. In the fall, they've molted, right? And they fall into a time frame when they don't want to be so obvious. So they become confusing fall warblers.
It actually says confusing fall warblers.
It does. When we're here, we do a lot of identification of birds. We help people understand the process of how you go about identifying a bird. Okay, so now when we have a general look at this bird, just an overall look, okay, you can see it's quite streaky on the back.
Streaky on the back and quite smooth on the sides.
But it does still have streaks a little bit on the sides as well, right? I want you to look at the pattern of the face. Look at the color pattern on the face. Okay, do you see that it's got a dark sort of mask here? And it has a pale line above the eye. That line, by the way, it's called a superciliary line. So now let's go back to these guys. Does this have that kind of face pattern?
Yes, I think so. I mean, see, this is the confusing part.
That's the confusing part. That's correct. It takes time. It does. And it certainly is a process that requires practice.
I would say if this is a slightly scaled down version of a pattern, that I'm seeing that face.
Yeah. And that's the bird you're seeing.
Is that what you are?
Yes.
Okay.
Blackburnian warbler.
It's a Blackburnian warbler.
Blackburnian warbler. You tried to confuse us, but we got there in the end.
Exactly.
Ray Peterson.
Yep. And now I'll show you.
Well, I'm not sure I would have figured that out without Andre's help. but I'm not gonna lie, it felt pretty good to get it right. I might just have to pick up a bird book of my own. With over 47 years' experience handling these tiny birds, Andre is one of the senior netminders here. She wants to show me just how the nets work to gather the birds in the most gentle way.
Oh, wow.
This is what this looks like.
Oh, so it's very fine.
Yes, it's very fine. We have 17 nets like this throughout the forest.
Okay. And
so-
it's got a lot of looseness.
It has a lot of looseness, and it also has a level of elasticity to it. You can feel it,
Okay.
right? So there's give on this net.
So that's how the birds are not getting hurt.
That's correct. There is a level of stress, but birds are like people. They have stress in their lives all the time. So for the period of time that we have, our job is to minimize that stress. And now you have a bird in your hand in that grip that you were using. And then we take a paper bag, open it, and we put the bird in, and we twist the top and stick it in our belt.
Stick it on your belt, and
That's right.
then a
There you have
whole
a free hand.
a
to go
bundle of
in.
bags.
That's right.
A bundle of bird
Little
bags.
tutu of bags
Oh
is what we can get sometimes. So the next net is just a little bit up there. So
Andre has been one of our best volunteers. She actually has a master's degree in ornithology, so she's actually the more educated one of the two of us.
and over here. At the time, Acadia was getting involved in banding in a really large way, and there were school trips. And Lance and I met actually doing this kind of activity on the island through Acadia. We're retired now, but while we worked, this was our vacation. If we had 2 weeks of vacation, it was 2 weeks on Brier Island. When we graduated to 3, it was 3. Our daughter came with us when she was born. The child never had a chance. I mean, we have the picture and she's there and Lance is holding a bird in front of her.
It's been a wonderful relationship, and we both love coming here and continuing the work.
Andre, they're kicking up a fuss in there.
They are they?
Yes.
Yes, well, that's what happens.
It's such a weird feeling.
So we have a pretty good run here.
I see that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Very precious parcel here.
Thank you, Zoe.
And then
like
you can come over here and help me put these on the clothesline. Thank you.
I don't think people would believe that this is the system unless they saw
the
it.
system. Exactly.
I hope this station goes at least another 10 years, so we'd have 50 plus years of data. After that, I will hope that I can find some people who take over from an old guy like me. That's my hope for the next 40 years, that there is a long-term continuation of the project.
Oh my goodness. You ready to go? I can feel its little heart beating. And mine is too. It's just so unbelievably special to be able to be here and be a part of this. There's a lot of heart in this little forest. You ready?
My heart is full after learning about the work these folks are doing to protect some of the most vulnerable among us. When we save habitat for the birds, we save it for all of us.
The health of the environment is critical to maintaining these bird populations.
The numbers of birds are declining. Those areas which are not developed should be protected as much as possible. Without the habitat, there will be no birds. They have to live somewhere. If you destroy their habitat, there's no coming back from that. So you want to save as much as you can.
Maintaining wild spaces in Nova Scotia is really key to supporting biodiversity across our province.
Let's not forget about these important spaces. Our coast is so important to the province and to Nova Scotians. It's a part of our being. Having clear rules and regulations for how we build and use the beaches is really important. It's a part of that for the health of all wildlife and for our communities.
Nova Scotia is a beautiful and special place. It's to everyone's benefit to maintain, preserve, and support healthy, thriving ecosystems for future generations.